You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. What's going on, y'all? We are back in the building. Let me see. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me in the chatterization. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chatterization. I got to change my audio real quick. What's going on, Queen B More? What's going on, Tracy? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, y'all? Hey. We are back in the building, y'all. I got to move fast today because I got a meeting I gotta get into in just a little bit, but I felt like we need to talk about this. Okay, you can hear me. Okay. Yes. Good morning, grand rising to my people. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, I got this beard dyed black again. I feel good. I feel like my normal self. You know what I'm saying? Hey, okay, good. All right, so listen, did y'all see this? I happened to catch this clip on the Bravo Shade Room. It's an interview that Dr. Heavenly did with Sherelle's World. So this is a Sherelle's World exclusive. So make sure you guys, I put the link in the description for her video with her team and Dr. Heavenly, okay? So in this clip, I have, in full transparency, I have not had a moment to watch the entire thing. But this clip right here is so hilarious. I'm not going to play it because that's the property of Sherelle's World. But it is so funny what happens in the clip. Now, if you read the headline, we're going to get into the headline. Dr. Heavenly reveals that Dr. Gregory was solid in the group until he pressed charges on King. That's Quad's man, right? So this obviously happens in the next episode. But Dr. Heavenly spills the tea, and we knew that there were we heard from the trailer that there were charges, okay? But we didn't know the extent to the charges until Dr. Heavenly reveals it in this exclusive interview with Sherelle's World. She says that King was going to allegedly be getting 90 days in jail. 90 days in. 90 days in. Now, we don't know what happened. We don't know how it gets resolved. I don't think the man actually went to jail at all, but according to Dr. Heavenly, that was going to be what the charges were could have resulted in, apparently. Could have. Okay. So I really don't know. All I know is, baby, let me tell you something. Married to Medicine is lit. Okay. Married to Medicine is out of this world. So I actually saw this clip on the Bravo Shade Room. And again, shout out to the Bravo Shade Room for reposting that clip from Sherelle's World. And now let's get into the clip that's on bravotv.com. Okay. We are going to kind of talk about this happened with here. All right. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this clip on bravotv.com or the Bravo Shade Room, but this is a clip from next week's episode. It is on YouTube, but we're gonna go through it a bit not very Drake events. We're gonna go through it because I think that there are some interesting things that we can react to in this clip. Okay, so let's listen to a little. We'll listen and we'll talk a little. We'll listen, we'll talk a little, and we'll just go through it like that.
What happened with Gregory? It's just like he just went ape crazy.
I think sex was what started the whole thing last night.
So for me, I really didn't feel like their 15 to 30 times a week comment was what got to Dr. G, but I don't know because I'm not in Dr. G's head. What it felt like got to Dr. G was when Quad said, y'all need to be getting busy so you can give that man a baby or something to that effect, right? But it could have, listen, because he was married to the woman, okay?
We want to know how many times y'all had Whoopi a week.
It's probably more than 15.
Really?
More than 15. Yes, get it in. Morning, noon, night, afternoon, brunch hours, afternoon tea and crumpets, right before dinner, after dinner, during dinner, on the table, on the counter, in the closet, on the bathroom, on the commode, everywhere you can get it in.
Really?
Why they got the flames coming out that man's head like that? Why they got the man head flame coming from the man's head? It's the editing for me. It's the editing for me. Yes. Go watch the full thing. Go watch the full thing. All right.
It probably is a lot for him to see me being happy and have a handsome man who's young and strong. And should I not be allowed to say those things because my ex-husband is sitting here with his new wife?
I don't think to me, that's not a problem. I think that Quad should be able to bring, this young man into the group. And I think that he deserves to have the same level of respect. But to be honest with you, back last season, it didn't really seem to phase Quad too much that Dr. G and Sweet Tea were around, because she actually went to Sweet Tea's bachelorette party. So she brought a gift. So I don't understand why it would be now. It can't be a problem now because, Quad has a new man whom I actually like him for her.
Nobody didn't have that type of grace for me when they was parading around.
But to me, it's like, what grace did you need to be given because you were okay with it? I thought you even at the end of the season reached up to grab him and ask him if you could hug his neck a little bit. So was it that you felt like they were flaunting it in your face but didn't say anything? Or did you feel like it was maybe the cast flaunted that in your face? I'm trying to be clear, because I really thought that Quad was last season she seemed pretty much okay with it. But maybe she really wasn't. And that would be understandable.
It was a choice that they made to be present in the group. So you get what you got.
I mean, if her thought process is, you brought your new wife around me, but you can't take it now that I got my hot new man around you, I guess I could see where she's coming from. But again, she didn't seem bothered last season, so I can't follow that train of thought. For me, I don't follow the logic. It seems like you would be more mad at the people that invited them to be around the group, to be honest with you. Because for my understanding, the men and Dr. G were always pretty solid. It wasn't it weren't we told that Dr. Jackie invited Sweet Tea, and then it was Dr. Heavenly, then the people was asking her to join. So in my mind, I would be more mad at them.
And that's my attitude. You bring your new wife into this group. This is my group of friends, okay?
And then see Quad, when she said this is my group of friends, that comment is like, girl, they was just kicking you off the group trip last year. What? I just would be mindful about that, right? I ain't forgot about it. Maybe she has let it go. I ain't let it go yet. I just feel like, girl, last year you flew across the country, they told you to leave. Okay. But listen, maybe she got a more forgiving spirit than I do. Okay. Because I would still be mad about that thing.
I saw last night.
They can't handle the pressure.
They can't handle it.
What pressure? What pressure? Like, it would be a different story if I felt like pressure would have been somebody was pressing the pressure, I would say, would have been Toya calling it out. That might have been the pressure. So in that instance, that might be it.
I guess I feel really confused on what happened yesterday. I got pissed off when Quad was talking about I left you and this and that. And she was acting like all superior and she needed to endorse our relationship.
So this tells me that there's still some unresolved trauma. Because who cares if she says that she left you or not? Who cares? Let's live in the present moment. Live in the present moment. You have a new wife. You've got listen, you got things going on. Who cares what she says?
I chose to end that marriage, and it's done. I think she is the perfect fit for my ex-husband.
Well, we don't care what you think.
And see, there we go. There we go. And I'm gonna tell you why this makes this comment irks me in just 1 second. I'm gonna tell you why his comment irks me. Some of y'all gonna say, well, he had every right to respond to that. But I'm gonna tell you why the comment irks me. Give me 1 second.
Quad got some weird behaviors to me. And I don't know her. But see, I do know her. She was very drunk, and I know what she's like when she gets drunk.
If you know what she's like. If the allegation is with the alleged, if the allegation is that you know what she's like when she's drunk, why are you reacting to the drunkenness? Okay, that's why I go back to his comment. If you know she is intoxicated, inebriated, overserved, and complicated, why even respond to that? Is it just me? I know it can't just be me. I ain't gonna lie, that was funny. One more time.
Like when she gets drunk.
I don't know why that tickles me so much. Okay, it tickles me so much. Anyway, back to what I was saying.
To an extent that frustrated me too and had me upset. I don't like to yell and scream and get angry like that. That's not me. And so I apologize to you for.
Well, finally, okay, she deserves an apology. You should probably apologize to her in front of the group because you did yell at her and get in her face in front of the group.
That behavior last night, but I don't apologize for feeling the way that I felt. I definitely.
Mm. Mm. Oh. Why? Why? Why feel anything?
Regret losing my cool. In some ways I do, but not in every way. You know, I feel like I spoke my mind. What I'm hoping is that we could undo what was negative.
How?
And kind of work on what was positive.
What was positive?
But I'll do whatever I can to try to just bring this thing down because I'm not about negativity. I didn't come here for that.
Well, clearly it ain't gonna get brought down based on the preview. But here we are.
Nobody enjoyed last night. And somebody's got to stand up and be the adult in the room.
Who is it gonna be? Who?
To see what I saw last night, I was like, oh, there's a little jealousy here.
Now, okay, let's talk a real talk. Would it be, is it jealousy over Quad being with this new muscular, younger, chilled guy? It could. I mean, I don't know. It could very well be. That I cannot say because I'm not in anybody's head, right?
And it came across like he wasn't over me.
I think he's not over the drama and the trauma that you guys had together, but it's so interesting their different perspectives. Like I just don't get that he wants her back. I don't get that at all. I don't get that he is still in love with her, but I'm not there. I get what King is about to say next, okay?
And like she's just a fill-in and seat filler.
Not the seat filler. Y'all know what a seat filler is? A seat filler is the person that go when a star goes to the at the award show and they got to go use the bathroom. Somebody will come down, some person that they didn't hire from an agency typically will come down and take their seat for a second so they fill the seat in so that the show don't look empty when that person go to the bathroom. The moment that person come back from the bath, that VIP comes back from the bathroom, that seat filler is up and out that seat so fast it'll make your head spin.
This trauma. Nobody.
Here go the sermon right here. Here goes the sermon right here. Listen to what the man says. In this moment, this man to me is speaking the facts.
This trauma. Nobody can force you to get over the hurt, the pain. This trauma. Nobody can force you to get over the hurt, the pain.
Did you hear that?
And seat filler.
This trauma. Nobody can force you to get over the hurt, the pain. This trauma. Nobody can force you to get over the hurt, the pain.
And that's where it starts and it stops. There is trauma there, and nobody can force you to get over the hurt or the pain. There is trauma on both ends of this thing, in my opinion. Okay? In my opinion, on both ends. And it probably is not over at the end of the day. when we look at the mental health and well-being of both of these individuals, it's probably not for the best that they are both on this show together. When I really look at the honest to God truth about it, it probably is not healthy. It might be entertaining for us as viewers, but there comes a point where it begins to not feel entertaining anymore. And I just feel like these two people in real life went through some real life trauma. And now the two new people are wrapped up in it by proxy, well, not by proximity. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he was speaking facts right there.
It was even difficult for me to even see that he was screaming at her last night.
Now I totally agree with Quad on this. That was hard to watch.
Babe,
really
babe.
My man would never speak to me like that. He's not changed.
Yeah, I just turned around. Around to make sure he didn't say shut the fuck up to you.
If you would have told me that that was going to happen last night, I would have been like, whoa.
I'm sorry that I lost my temper, and then I was trying to protect you. You know, you were going.
Probably the best way to protect her would have been to say, you know what, babe, let's go to the bathroom. Because I don't think T would have said anything unless Greg said anything. If Greg hadn't have said nothing, I don't think T would have said nothing. But that's just what I think.
At her, you know, and I told you, just don't get into it with her.
Well,
you can't say to her, don't get into it with Quad if you gonna get into it with Quad. It's like, do as I say, not as I do. Then you can't do. You cannot do. You're gonna tell her, don't do it. Don't you do it. But I'm gonna do it. You can't say that. You can't say it. You cannot say it, especially not when the two of them going at it was not even really like, it won't even all that. Their little moment, their little tit-tat, it won't even all that. As much as your reaction to their tit-tat was all, it was definitely given, I'm screaming in your face. Like, no, like you got to take that frustration and you got to deal with that in some other way.
You have to give me some grace because I'm not the type of person to eat things and just be cool with it.
Now I don't like this. I don't like this. What's about to happen next either.
Babe, see, this is an age gap relationship thing. I'm here expecting you to be this elder wise person.
Yeah, and I'm not.
See, to me, I don't like that statement right there. And I know it was probably a joke. But what it says to me is, it's almost like you're saying to her, see, yeah, this is where the age gap thing comes in at. You know, you acting real young-minded right now. But sir, you were the one who was getting into it with your ex-wife. So it's you who were acting in a way that now you are putting off onto her. And even in a joking fashion, you shouldn't do that, because that it reminds me of gaslighting to a certain degree, because it's almost like you're trying to make her feel, and I know again it could have been a joke, I acknowledge that, but you are almost kind of making her feel as though she did something wrong, but you and it's because of her age that she did it. That's how I received it. And I don't like that, because I feel like if you feel like that, you knew you were getting with someone who was younger. You knew what you had to know what even being on the show was going to be like. And at this point, it would like, I think that You just can't say that to her. What he should have said to me was, you know what, babe, I apologize for yelling at you last night. That was out of character for me. I got out of character and I own that. And I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix that today. I will not let that happen again. You will not see that reaction come from me again. And I'm going to apologize to the group as well, because they shouldn't have been privy to that. And I shouldn't have exposed you to that side of me. I reacted. I'm human. That's true. But I'm not going to let that happen again. And as for your interactions with Quad, I would prefer it if you kept it to a minimum so that you stay out of the post trauma that she and I both have with regards to that relationship. That's all he had to say. Now, I'm not saying he's a bad guy, because I don't think he is. I think he had a bad moment. But if when we're analyzing the scene, I got to tell you what I feel like I see, right? And the best way to resolve that situation would have been a simple apology and a simple I own it and a simple it won't happen again. And if it does, pull me to the side and check me on it, right? But to kind of like to pass that off as that like little joke, what that does is over time, that also could create a situation where it continues and then she begins to feel like, well, oh, because I'm younger, you think that I am responding in a young manner, when actually you also contributed to that issue. That's how I feel. And I'm not, listen to me when I say, I'm not saying anybody's a victim in this situation. I'm simply trying to look at the scene that I see, and I'm telling you what I feel. And I also feel like, again, for the mental health insanity of either one party or the other, I just don't see a world in which they can coexist on this show. Because I just feel like it is mentally toxic, and it reminds both Quad and Dr. G of whatever trauma they went through during their situation. And clearly, what we thought at the end of last season with them hugging it out was a band-aid for a much larger problem that requires surgery. That's all I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. And when you have a relationship that ends like this, I'm going to tell you the truth. In every relationship, and if you look at this in your own lives, you know this to be true. In your mind, you are most likely the hero, and your ex is most likely the villain. But to your ex, you may be the villain, and they may be the hero. Even in friendship breakups, usually you in your mind think that you are right, and you feel that you were traumatized, not necessarily realizing that you may have traumatized that other person too. So this is a real life scenario here. And I think that's the thing that we also have to realize is there's the entertainment aspect of this show, but there's also the real life. I mean, remember, Dr. Simone and Cecil were about to get divorced. They were about to get divorced until the cast intervened on their behalf. And so, to be honest with you, I would love to see the cast intervene to try to really make this situation smoother, versus what I feel like is happening is sometimes the cast is adding gasoline, whether it be intentionally or unintentionally, for the sake of let's have the drama. I wish that they would take the approach that they took with Cecil and Simone and rally around these two couples to try to really figure out a way to get them on the same page. That to me is a more interesting watch. But I don't think that that's going to happen because the cast also has to make TV. So it's a hard situation for everybody. It's a hard situation for everybody. So anyway, like I said, that's just my take on it. I love breaking down these little scenes with you guys. It's probably the most fun thing that I do on the channel, because I really love analyzing human behavior. When I went to school to study journalism, I actually wanted to study psychology instead, but I ended up going with journalism because I felt like it was more, I like talking to people in this manner. I just don't want to be reading a teleprompter. I think that was the reason I was fired. I can joke about that thing now, but when it happened, my ego was whopped. Okay, whopped, right? But anyway, still we persist, and now I'm here. Ta-da! So anyway, listen, make sure you guys follow the Bravo Shade Room. You can catch the clip there, or you can catch the clip on BravoTV.com. I will put the link in the description for that, and be sure to check out Sherelle's World interview with Dr. Heavenly. I have a lot that I need to catch up on, but today I have a meeting at 11. I'm going to be doing Brooke Bailey in somewhere in Africa. I will be doing Brooke Ashley, the Brooke Ashley, baby, the Brooke Ashley. If you're not following the Brooke Ashley, she is, let me tell you something. I love people that check in on you when you are going through it. And she was one of the first people that I had to contact when my dad passed. And she was just such a, it's been a number of people that have been super supportive of me throughout this process, along with you guys. But she's just been one of those people. So, the moment that I felt like I was in a better headspace, I wanted to make my way back to the our originally scheduled collaboration. And so I'm happy to be able to go back and A, show her some love, and then B, also just chop it up and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? I need that in my life. I need that. Congratulations 4.0. That's what's up. Okay, that is what's up, y'all. I'm thinking about actually going back and getting a doctorate. Why I don't know, but there's a part of me that always feels like I'm meant to be Dr. Skye. And y'all know I like to torture myself, so there's that. Anyway, y'all, with that being said, yes, proud parent. Yes, congratulations. Thank you so much. Listen, why not? If I have the time, right? I don't have the time, but we might have to make it, okay? Hey, let's get that doctorate, baby. Let's get that doctorate. Thank you so much, CJ, my boo in the Rich Life gang. Queen B more in the Rich Life gang. Thank you, Dr. Tip. Thank you. I appreciate that. I might have to call on you, boo. I might have to call on you to figure out how I can make this work. But I'm thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about it. So, Tia, I will see you in a few minutes. Ashley, thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Y'all, I love y'all. Happy Friday. All links are in the description down below. Of course, we still got our trips coming up, so tune in, tap in for those as well. Thank you so much for the root. Listen, oh my God. So if you have not reviewed book 2 yet, please leave us a review on the Amazon. I'm again trying to get it in some other retailers because I know some people are not really feeling Amazon right now, so bear with me on that. So anyway, with that being said, I will catch you all in the next video. Love y'all.